Hey guys, I'm Ozia, and today we're going to be looking at Steve's Workshop, which is a new mod from VSWE, and it's an absolutely great mod. This is what it looks like from the outside. So it's just like, looks like a crafting table, but inside, you've got these 4 sections, and as you can see, there's some crafting grids in some of them, but the difference between this and say one just have multiple crafting grids is that you can interchange. You can take a crafting table out and you can replace it with a furnace. And if we go back to the main screen, you can see now there's a furnace screen. So I can essentially, what can I burn in here? Raw plastic. I can burn raw plastic. No, I can't. Raw plastic is raw plastic. I can burn cobblestone. And as you can see, there's no place to put any coal. It does have a fuel area down here. So I can just chuck a bit of coal in here. Charcoal. And as you can see, it has a power meter. And it essentially works just like a normal furnace. If we go to the upgrade section again, we can essentially take these out. You can put, you could have all 4 furnaces or all 4 crafting. Or have a mix like we have now. And you can add different upgrades to each section, and some upgrades affect all of them. So if we look at, let's see, what upgrades do I have here? I have auto transfers, so it says enables transfers to and from the table. So if I chuck this in here, you don't really see much of a difference, but if we go to the transfer tab, we get this little section. As you can see, it shows us what things we have here. So for the first one, I can say, hey, I want you to go to the top side. I want you to actually go select mode. Actually, you can essentially go input, output, both, or you can go select mode, click here, and you can go input, output, make it so it's enabled, disabled, or you can turn auto transfer on, which would automatically pull from chests or pipes into the device. And you can do that for the output as well, so we'll output to a chest or a pipe if we wanted to. And you've got this 4th one here, which is the fuel section, which is this part down here. You can essentially tell it, say, I want you to import from the right side, or output. Actually, it's only really input because there's no output at all. So anyway, so let's get on to making one of these. It's pretty easy. First thing you need to do is make a blank pattern, which is 2 pieces of stone and 2 oak. Well, actually, just 2 wooden planks. So it's pretty simple. I've got a couple here. All your upgrades are also use these blank patterns, blank upgrades. So the first make off one, it's blank, 3 oaks, and a cobblestone. Just grab that there, put that down there, and let's just make one of the upgrades. Something I'm going to need for just a little demonstration. The auto transfer. So it's 2 hoppers, the blank upgrade of course, and 6 gold. So let's chuck that down there, and that's it. So what can we do with these? I'll show you that's what I've done over here in just a second, but first what we're going to do is we're going to replace this alloy smelter, because I really want to move this. I want to put it somewhere else so I can have 2 alloy smelters, but I still need something to cook the oak wood up here and turn it to charcoal so these can burn. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get rid of this one like that. We'll put the Steve's work cart here. We're going to find something to step on like that. Oh, nope, there we go. And as you can see, right now the pipes aren't linking to it, so what we need to do is just need to right click, go into the machine. We need to give it some machines first. First of all, we're going to need to give it a furnace. And what we're going to do with the furnace is we're going to use the furnace to cook the charcoal, which comes down through the pipes, and we're going to cook it so it goes into a furnace. So what we're going to need to do there is we need to say, go to the transfer section, all these blank because we haven't got them. Click on the one we want, which is the furnace, and we want to say from the top, oh, actually, let's just chuck that upgrade in the auto transfer because that's going to help. Let's chuck the auto transfer in there. Now we've got the select mode. I'm going to go top side. We want to say input enabled, And then what we want to do is just break this, put it down again. Okay, like so, like that. That one there, tell it it's a input extract mode, and we'll put our old filter in there, which beforehand was just oak and charcoal, because we only want it to bring in oak, and we only want it to output charcoal. Okay, let's see. So it's already inputted our oak. It's not cooking it yet because it's got no fuel. So we're just going to chuck some fuel in there to begin with. Wait until it gets one piece in there. And it's going to stay in there. So we're going to tell it to transfer it out one of the sides. So as you can see, each side has a little image. So you can tell from the GUI which side you're actually looking at. So this is the right side. So it's got a saw on it. We're going to go right side. We want it to be the output. We're going to go auto transfer, so it automatically takes the coal out. And go enabled. It won't do anything yet because we haven't got the chest there. So now it's automatically outputting the charcoal it's made. And now from the fuel section, we want to say, hey, we want to go to the right side again. We want to have it on input. We want it enabled and auto transferred. So now it's pulling in the charcoal, which the main one is actually cooking for us. So it's pulling oak in, it's cooking it, it's then pulling the charcoal back to refill it, and hence it fills itself up. So now what we want to do is we want to now get it to transfer, essentially make charcoal of its own to go into these generators. So this one's, actually we haven't got any power running at the moment, so we'll have to get something to cook later. So we want to go to the upgrade section. Ooh, I've got no cobblestone. I'm going to need to make another furnace. Probably going to need to make several furnaces. Okay, so let's make a furnace. Let's just make 2 for the time being. Grab those 2. Go over here to the upgrade section, so we're going to add another furnace to there. Okay, go to the main screen. Nothing goes in there because it's not pulling any item because the transfer section doesn't say pull anything into it. We'll go here and say, hey, we want you to input enabled and autoed. So we go to the main screen. It's now pulling in the oak, but it isn't going to transfer the charcoal just yet. We're going to say from the top, we also want you to go output. As you can see, you can select input and output. Go enabled and auto transfer. You notice it's now a pinky color. We go to the main. It should, no, not yet, because there's no path for the charcoal just yet. So we want that one to be input, and we want you to have a filter, and the filter should be some charcoal. There we go, charcoal there. And you need to be just insert whitelisted charcoal, and you're already full, so let's pull you out. So you should pull now. Not yet. What have I got this wrong yet? Okay, I know. Extract. Make sure this is on to active without a signal. And so it should be, yes it is, it's pulling out. It's inserted into the right place. We need to put this one, another filter in as well to make sure it only takes charcoal. Because if we don't put the filter in, it's going to pull oak planks from here into here as well, which it'll cook. Okay, so we're just going to insert. That's fine. Let's take the charcoal out there just for the time being. And yeah, it's working. So we've essentially just got a system that now powers this whole system. And I've saved myself an alloy furnace, which is, fairly resource intensive. Okay, there. We'll move our chest along a bit more first. And there. Okay, so now we've got a thing that automatically pulls the oak out, turns it to charcoal, fuels itself, and then sends charcoal to the generators. Neat. Okay, so let's go see what else you can do with Steve's cards. Currently right here, I've got a aqueous accumulator up there to collect water. I've got a redstone clock up there to produce a redstone signal. It's now going all the way to a liquid crafter, which turns a essentially watered item, well, liquid items into essentially crafts with liquid, yeah. So the template right now is just a bucket, 4 buckets of water. It's got an output sitting there, and it essentially pulls the buckets of water down into the Steve's workshop. And as you can see, now I've got 4 crafting grids, and what else? And I've got a furnace here for cooking. So this is essentially my bread making station, which I had before, but I had to move the items around and I had to remember all the recipes. Sorry about that. So currently we've got flour, salt, there's that water which is what we need, and the dough, which is salt, water, mixing bowl, and flour. And right now, let's look at the upgrades. There's no upgrades at all. And we can look at the transfers. There's only one transfer, which is the water, because we're putting in water. So let's go grab some wheat, just so we can show us in progress. What? No seeds? There we go. Seeds. So what we can do is, normally we just chuck the wheat in here, and we can just, you know, click to get flour, or shift click, and we'll get all the flour. So we can just do that manually. But say we just wanted it to automatically do it, we can go into the upgrades. We can then put in a auto crafter upgrade, and if we just hover over it, you see that these ones here glow blue when I hover over it, which means they can accept it. And if we go to the right click on it again, go main, and as soon as we put enough items in there to craft one, it automatically starts crafting for us. It does use power, so yeah, and it stores it down in a little area like this. Now, say if we wanted to store lots of wheat in here, we can put a extra storage upgrade in there. So go upgrades again, of course. As you can see, the areas glow blue that can, oh, not that one, this one, that can accept it. So we'll just chuck it there. Go to the main section. Now we've got this extra area. So if you've got wheat in here, it will pull from this wheat section as well to make our flour, which is pretty neat. And what we can do is we can say, we can transfer items at one side into a chest, have this side down here, pull items out of the chest, which would be the flour, and hence you'd actually have an automatic section. The reason why I haven't done this is because of the fuel needs. It does accept lava, so I could pump lava in there if I felt like it, or it does accept like other solid fuels. But I didn't really want to use up conduits to go all the way down under here, so I'm just gonna keep that stacking here every once in a while. That should last long enough. And I'm gonna take these upgrades out because I don't really need them. So essentially, now what I can do is, let's say, how much flour do I have? Wait, where's the wheat? Did it make all the wheat? Oh yeah, it did make all the wheat. I can go put some wheat in there, make some flour, so shift click all that, put it in there. How much salt do I need? Oh, actually, I can get rid of that. So I need 32 salt, so I can go, whoops, I just doubled that. I can go there, and I accidentally made too much water there. Why aren't you putting in water? Oh, that's right. I sort of destroyed the recipe. Okay. There we go, now it's pulling in the right amount. And then I can go, hey, I've got 9 flour, I can go quick, get some dough and start cooking bread for me. And then I can make my old jelly sandwiches and everything. And that's about it for today, guys. If you've got any questions on the Steve workshop or anything else, just let me know. And as always, please like and subscribe because it seriously helps me do stuff. And until next time.
Ready, aim, fire.